Former American Army officer Stanislav Krapivnik told Saskia Taylor that partnership between Russia and India is throwing a wrench in the works of foreign policy hawks in the U.S. Now, here's what he has said.
Washington wants full domination of the globe, American hegemony. India is obviously one of the largest economies in the world, and it needs to be brought under control by Western corporations, by the American government. So the Americans have a long time been trying to coerce the Indians into being a counterweight to China and possibly even having a nice hot war with China. So, and that makes a lot of money for the Americans. So that's a driving force right there. There's been a lot of joint projects between the Russian military establishment and the Indian, which also cuts into what Washington wants. The Indians right now are earning a lot of money thanks to sanctions. First of all, they were busting American sanctions because they were trading with Iran, buying Iranian oil, which is logical for them. And they were doing it with gold shipments, so no dollars involved, and the U.S. couldn't grab it or anything.
It also strikes me that India has a very different perspective on the role that Russia will play in the future, as opposed to how the West obviously views it. I don't think New Delhi has ever subscribed to this idea that a strategic defeat has to be inflicted on Moscow. I think New Delhi appreciates that a strong Russia is needed for global prosperity and peace.
Nobody in the West is going to let India rise up and become a global power. That's the last thing they need. Washington doesn't need any competition. So India, if it can be bribed right now, they'll try to bribe it. But in the future, it has to be destroyed just like everybody else. Split up and broken up so they can be drained of resources and kept at a certain level of production.